Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Look at all the incredible people already in chat. Hello, Hassan. Yes, Hassan, after stream, I'll get with you to schedule a time we can do the Tapu Lele raid. Thank you so much. Or, I'm sorry, Dynamax Adventure. Gnarly Thor, thank you so much for the Kirk Lurks. Shiny Ditto, hello. Joseph, hello. Dorian, good to see you, my friend. Trevor, hello. Twilight, hey. Hair Demonio, good to see you. Sensei Spiel, oh my gosh, it's been a while. Good to see you. Alex Kelly, hello. Wild Ogre, I can't remember who gifted the membership. We got a lot of them yesterday, but thank you for coming back. Ron G, the OG, what is up? What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone is doing well. Stinky Blue, hello, Stinky Blue. Howdy diddly. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to AM Hours with Arceus. This is a new show that we will be doing every Sunday morning. Not affiliated with Mornings with Arceus at all, of course. That's a completely different show, completely different feel. Make sure you stick around to the end of the stream where we will not be doing trivia or Wordle. That's about all I got to say. How did I get Arceus and BDSP? Okay, so the way you get Arceus and BDSP is first off, you need to uh, complete BDSP. You need to catch Palkia or Dialga. You need to also have a completed save file of Legends Arceus on the Switch. If that's the case, if you've done all that, if you've beaten the game, unlocked the National Dex and BDSP, you've completed the game in Legends Arceus on the same Switch, you can go to your room and there will be the Azure Flute. You take the Azure Flute, you go back to Spear Pillar, and it will give you access to Arceus. Shiny is what's going on. Trivia will be tomorrow morning at 7:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on a different channel. AJ, what's going on? Oh my gosh, so many people here discussing fart as chair creaking count. Did you guys just hear the chair? My bad. All right, let me turn the music on. Uh, here we go. So I didn't really know what to do about the counter, guys. Billy, good morning. So it says 975. That's how many checks we've done on stream. I've actually done somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 checks off stream before I started streaming. But we're just going to leave it 975. Just know that it's a lot more than that. This is just how many we've done live. All right, here we go. First one. So that means you'll have to complete the Dex in Arceus, which you don't want to do. Beat Arceus in the fight and catch it. That's going to take so long. That's exactly what you need to do. It's not an easy hunt to get to, but it is currently the only way to hunt for shiny Arceus. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. It's a little loud. And that is not shiny, so we reset the game. Guys, sorry I started a little bit late today. Your boy had to do one more run to get all the mini kits in Phantom Menace in Skywalker Saga, which I did do. But then I sat down. I was like, "Oh, I am not prepared. I don't have the layout ready. I don't have the I don't even know what the counter should be at. So sorry, we're a few minutes late." And I got to put the counter up by one. I feel bad for anyone with BDSP but doesn't have Legend Arceus. Must be annoying knowing there's content in the game that you can only obtain by buying and completing a whole other game. Well, I understand that. I understand what you're saying. I personally am fine with it. I would rather, and maybe this is just my, privilege talking here. I'd rather have mythicals locked behind having another game than to have mythicals locked behind some arbitrary short-term release access, like they did with Shaman and Darkrai. Alice, hello. Kimbo, welcome on in. Yeah, Joseph, I just got back on the Skywalker train a couple, or I guess last week, making a lot of progress. When I say a lot, I mean I still have like a ton of things to do. I only have about 300 bricks. I still have to beat the episodes 7, 8, and 9, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm kind of on the fence for BDSP just to get Arceus because I'm so sick of the Gen 4 hunt as well as doing other hunts like Tina and Poker Radar. What do you think? I think BDSP was not the best game. That said, there are some great hunts you can do within it that, in my opinion, would make it worth playing. However, it's definitely a commitment. It's definitely a commitment. Unless you're doing the Suda method, every hunt, or Poker Radar, every hunt's going to be full odds. Did I play Hoenn Tour? A little bit, me too. I played it a little bit. I haven't done much in it. The weather was kind of crappy yesterday. Plus the fact that there's not increased shiny odds at all kind of made me not too interested. But the amazing Shinies, Dice Art Universe, and Dorian Dice Art were kind enough to invite me to a couple of raids yesterday. So it was cool to play with them, get myself a Rayquaza and a Groudon. So that was fun. Hello, I am Cedric Blump. Welcome on in, Cedric Blump. And Carly May, hello. Good to see you. Did Hoenn Tour and failed Aladius? What do you mean by failed? Did it run away? Hola, Sarah. What is going on? Good to see you. Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up this morning, spend some time with me. I am honestly shocked how many people we have here already. I don't know what's going on, but I really appreciate it. Big Cheese, I'm sorry. Big Cheese, I love you, man. The chat's is flying right now. Ethan, welcome on in. Shedinja Boy, trying to scare me, but I'm too flustered to be scared right now. There's so many incredible people in chat. So how about everyone else? Did you do the Hoenn tour? Or are you doing the Hoenn tour? Because I guess it continues today as well. Am I friends with Razzie? I'd like to think so, Jody. With as much as him and I talk in DMs, I hope we're friends. Either that, or I'm just annoying the crap out of him. Galaxy, what's going on? Is eating on the toilet okay? I mean, I think it's probably the most efficient way to eat shinies. It's like a whole like two birds, one stone type of thing. Tomorrow is Pokemon 20. Yeah, tomorrow is Pokemon Presents. Everyone excited for that? You certainly turned on the game, Twilight. If you put in the chat exclamation point Discord, that will give you a link to our Discord channel. Is it okay to use the toilet as like a plate? Are you talking the lid or the bowl? That's gonna make a difference. Zen, I do not. I actually love your theory. I think it's a great theory. I think you might be spot on. Oh my gosh, I'm missing so many messages. Gracelyn, good morning. What did you say? Hi everyone. Good morning, Gracelyn. Nice pun. I didn't even mean that, Zen. I did not even mean that pun. I can't take credit for it. I wish I could. You joined the Discord. Nice. Thank you for joining, Ethan. So funny that he makes puns without trying. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. That's my bit. That is Fernando, Ethan. That is a hungry Fernando. Dragging it. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Lurking just for the vibes. Thank you so much, Carly May. I know you're getting ready for your stream later on. You went and played Top Golf last night. You're feeling it. Was it a good time? Except Razzie is the chosen one and doesn't go over odds. Poor Nick and Kim. Yeah, I hope Razzie gets this under odds. Shiny Stunky, congratulations, Shiny Ditto. 17 likes already. Holy smokes. He had fun. Won a round of Angry Birds. That's awesome. Yeah, Razzie, I hope you get the Arceus under odds. How's the Shiny Living Dex going, Hefty? Well, you can see right here, we're at 971. There are 10 huntable Shinies left for the Shiny Living Dex. If you're curious what those are, you can put in the chat exclamation point remaining. You use Memento? Oh no, Shiny Ditto. Retaining. Retaining. Nick, I love you. God of Coffee, what's going on, buddy? So yeah, we still need Mew, Deoxys, Arceus, Zygarde, Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu, Solgaleo, Necrozma, Regieleki, and Regidrago. And currently on the channel, we have 5 streams going during the week. And throughout the week, we are currently hunting for Mew, Arceus, Solgaleo, Regidrago, and I will also be doing a stream hunting for the remaining unknown. There's 11 more unknown I need. You got Shiny Suicune a month ago. Good job, Jody. Dynamax Adventures and Soft Resets. Yeah, buddy. I guess I don't understand. If you know you need those Shinies, why don't you get them? That's a good point, Shinies. I will, I'm going to try that out. Someone say something to convince me to get out of this warm bed. I got one word for you, Billy. Coffee. You're eating your breakfast bagel egg sandwich and mini hash browns with strawberries and blueberries. That sounds delicious, Graceling. You got a first try. Good job, Jody. First try Suicune. Shiny Latios in the wild, 100%. There you go. That'll work too. Call you Nolan. You got it. You got it, Nolan. I almost said you got it, Jody. Daylight. Good morning, Daylight, my good friend. My shiny hunting sister. Last night's member stream was everything. That was a fun time. Thank you to everyone that was there. I had an absolute blast. You're up. You'll do it for the coffee. I had a feeling, Billy. Yeah, we'll do another member stream next Saturday to continue the game. Still shiny hunting that darn Torchic. I hope you get it today, Dragonet. You failed your Latias and didn't get to the other one quick enough in a despawn. Oh no. I'm sorry, Shiny Ditto. Can't wait. Cookie said he will be making your starting screen soon. Starting soon screen. You're happy for all the help he did. He's amazing. That's awesome, Sarah. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for your stream. Top of the morning to you, Mary. How are you? You should do a stream exclusively for people who were members and then stopped and then joined again. It'd be impossible to forget because it would be a re-member stream. I like that, Shinies. And you know what? That only took you like a minute or two to think of. That's impressive. You're always here. Thank you, Alice. I appreciate you always being here. Why is Arceus such a funny Pokemon? It got stuck in a fence. It did. Poor guy. Yeah, Twilight is never here. Gotta run breakfast then a flea market trip. No problem, Cheese. Have fun at the flea market. Hope you find good stuff. Watching Pokemon with the little one. That's awesome, Mary. Yeah, have you guys ever actually looked at Arceus's body, like where the thingy is that people call the fence? It's squishing his waist so badly. Like, I bet if you actually took that thing off, he's probably got a big belly. Amber, good morning. Welcome on in. Everyone is here, including you. What a great way to start the day. It's a broken hula hoop. I could see that. I mean, look at that. Look at that waist. It is just squished. Arceus kind of looks pregnant. Billy, be careful. You can't be saying that to people unless you know for certain they're pregnant. Otherwise, it's very insulting. It's actually exactly 6 feet in diameter according to the Pokedex, so my guess is he uses that for social distancing. Stay woke, sheeple. That's good. That's good. Hope you have a Gouda day at the flea market. I like that Dragonette. Shinies on Friday night. How did you make out with the Switch challenge? Did you get a shiny in Dynamax Adventure? Is the quote unquote speed run over? I do like your new profile picture, Graceland. It's very nice. You'd be honored to insult Polkadot. Takato, what's going on? Thank you for being here. I still got some eye crusties. What? When it's time for Zygarde, will you be looking for a God Path? Of course, AJ. Of course, I'm not going to be messing around with Zygarde. Welcome in, Goofy. Ron, thank you for all the link drops. So, Shinies and Dorian, Amber came into the member stream last night and was telling us all about your day yesterday, and everyone was dropping in the chat FOMO, and I said, you know what, guys, it's already over. We missed it. It's no longer FOMO, it's just Mo. I thought I was pretty clever with that one. I got a laugh out of Razzie. It's Mo. How long will these new segment AMRs Arceus go? Is it like 8 to 9 until it's gonna be a 3 hour stream. So we'll be going for another little over 2.5 hours. Lots of Mo. There was just Mo all over the floor last night, Shinies. Just Mo everywhere. We were just waiting in Mo. Seen a lot of things. Met a lot of people. Ate a lot of foods. Mo as far as the eye can see. Was it difficult to clean? It was. It was. Because there's a lot of salt in the Mo. And that leaves some stains on the wood. Did you know about Amber profile picture is awesome? Amber's profile picture is very awesome. I agree, Graceland. Yeah, we got the Mo stains. I'm gonna have to run to the store today and get some special cleaning fluids. I can't think of words today. Decidui, good morning. Decidui, congratulations on finally hatching that mini ore. I bet that felt really good. You did fall asleep to the stream last night. That's awesome. Heavy duty cleaner, that's what we need. In order, the worst parts of yesterday were leaving Pokemon Go event, the 72nd floor being closed. I hate it when the 72nd floor is closed. That's just the worst. Your Angel Dust from Hasbin Hotel on paper and digital. If you saw them side by side, you probably assume they were drawn by two different people. You woke up like 10 minutes ago. Holy smokes, Marilyn. Yeah, I would say it took a while to get to July. What was it, 3,840 eggs? But congratulations, in my opinion, one of the best shinies there are. No shinies, no. That's for the evening streams. Who did the member emotes? Do you like the art? The member emotes were done by Ariana. The member badges were done by our own Sarah. I'm sorry, 3820 eggs. You know, can we get some member hype in the chat for Cookie Eater flexing that 2-month membership? Let's see how delayed the notifications on stream are today. You gotta post on the Discord? Nice. I second all of that. The Go event was kind of a bust, but halfway through, we forgot there was even Pogo. Out of the three of us, I think he got 5 shinies. What shinies did you all get? Unfortunately, my Rayquaza and my Groudon were not shiny. I blame Dorian for that. Scott Pilgrim is pretty funny. One of the few times I preferred a movie adaptation to the graphic novel or comic, whatever you want to call Scott Pilgrim. I've never read Scott Pilgrim, but I did really enjoy the movie. There's a notification coming through for Cookie. Electrike and Gulpin, good shinies. Ari did an amazing job with these member emotes. She really did. I know you're right there, Dorian. I would never talk bad about you behind your back. I would always do it in front of your back. Both yellow and blue, very true shinies. Clockwork, what's going on? Welcome in, buddy. So stupid, you went to the kitchen to grab some breakfast and tried opening the dang freezer. We also don't have frozen waffles or anything. Maybe you just wanted some ice. 25 likes. Thank you guys so much. You guys are really coming in hot this morning. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I appreciate you. You never watched the movie Scott Pilgrim nor the games, but you read a book of it one time at the library. Is there a Scott Pilgrim game? I mean, it certainly lends itself to being a game, but I didn't know if they ever ended up making one. There is? Okay. By the way, for all the old parts out there, like Nick, Amber, Dorian, Razzie, Cheese, if he was still here, this mug is probably one of my favorite mugs. My good friend Katie got it for me last year for Christmas. So on one side, it says Primetime 24, and on the other side, it's got like all the primetime shows from the 80s. Cosby Show, 60 Minutes, Night Court, Wheel of Fortune, New Newlywed Game, Peyton Alley, 2020, Who's the Boss, All My Children. It's got like all the shows from the 80s. Murder, She Wrote, Miami Vice, Hill Street Blues, Family Ties, Falcon Crest, Cheers, Cagney and Lacey. It's a fun little mug. The game is a really good classic beat 'em up game like the old TMNT games. Oh, that would be fun. What system was it released on? Three's Company? Let me see. It doesn't look like it is Razzie, which is kind of disappointing. I'm sure there's got to be a second one. There's got to be a second mug somewhere. Bad mug, chuck it. Three's Company was awesome. You couldn't find anything. You're not sitting in your room with a bowl of cereal. You're now sitting in your room with a bowl of cereal without spilling it. So it's your breakfast is 4 Oreos. 4 Oreos for breakfast. That sounds like a good breakfast. What's your favorite gaming console? Mine is the Wii. That's a tough one. I would say, as far as hours played, it's got to be the 3DS. As far as nostalgia, probably the N64. Sorry you couldn't do the DAs yesterday. That stream was later in the day and had to go somewhere. Was gutted when I found stream ending while I was away. Experiment. I'm sorry you were gutted, but never feel like you have to be here. I'd love it if you want to be here, but never apologize for missing a stream. The Wii is the best. I did enjoy the Wii a lot. I absolutely enjoyed the Wii a lot. La da da did do. Three's Company too. The Wii was good. Wii U was very mediocre. I had fun with the Wii U. Like, it wasn't groundbreaking or anything, but there were a lot of good games on that I played. I hope you can be there next week too, Experiment. So Sharky literally spawns everywhere. I wonder why they aren't in Area 0. Good question. That's a good question. How did we get another member? Oh, maybe Cookie didn't auto renew. Maybe Cookie did your membership lapse and then you reactivated it? Do Poliwhirls enjoy a good sock? They do. They do enjoy a good sock, mostly ankle socks. Because, they got them feet. No, I don't know. Poliwag is one of your favorites. Mine too, Takato. Mine too. Not sure first month of yours was gifted. Okay, alright. Then that's probably why. And Razzie gifting membership going out to Frank CR, one of our newest subscribers. Not sure if Frank is here, but if you are Frank, please make sure you thank Razzie. And can we get some hype in the chat for Razzie? Now I gotta update my member goal. Thanks a lot, Razzie. The Poliwag evolution line is okay. If by okay you mean outstanding, kingly, I agree. I'm going to be doing dishes and cleaning your kitchen, but please don't think I'm not here, okay? I never, since you got the soundboard shinies, I never assumed that you were not here. Need to confirm to me, I'm here. You are right there, shinies. That's where you are. You're right there. Don't know why, but I can picture Poliwhirl wearing Converses. I love that, hair demonio. And Converse are some of my favorite shoes. I've always had at least one pair of black Converse since I was like 13. Which is a long time. That's like 30 years, dude. Alright, here we go. Check number 1000 on stream. The manga gave you more appreciation for Poliwhirl and Poliwrath. Great Pokemon. Never take it back. It's Oakley good. Oakley good. Not shiny on the arbitrary number. Gonna be working on college work, so I'll be in and out of chat. Sounds good, Experiment. Do good work. Thank you for the Kirk Larks. Yeah, and just as a reminder for anyone that came in the last few minutes, that number really means nothing. Um, well, Sarah, I mean, I don't know. It went through today. Maybe there's people that can take it now. I just know that like there were like 40 gifted memberships or something crazy like that given out on Friday, and only like, or maybe it was Wednesday. Someday this week, there were like 40 gifted memberships given out, and only like 8 of them got delivered. So I'm just gonna stop. Anyway, the number is completely arbitrary. I've done like, I don't know, somewhere between 4 to 5,000 checks off stream before I started streaming. So this is just how many checks we've done on stream. The number really doesn't mean anything. Manga Poliwhirl is the Red's first Pokemon. That's why you adore the PFP. That's awesome, Zen. I need more viewers so I can give more or something. Well, help me out, Sarah. Get more people in here. I'm a little busy looking for this Arceus. Go door to door in your town and say knock knock, and they say who's there? And you say Sarah, and they say Sarah who? And you say Sarah is my name. I thought that was pretty clear from what I said. Anyway, um, please get on YouTube and watch my friend Hefty. Do the Arceus till it shines. We'll call that Plan B. Mino, welcome on in. I'm not sure how that's supposed to be pronounced, Shinies, but I'm going to assume it's some sort of joke. It's going to make me look silly, so I'm not going to say it. I'm gonna run a huge building in our capital to spell out sub to hefty and your link on it. That'd be awesome, Sarah. Let's get started on that. That's a good point, Razzie. I do have to specify hefty 517. How do you pronounce Arceus? Is it Arceus, Arceus, or Arceus? It's pronounced Arceus. Maybe if I heard it instead of read it, I would have recognized that as an office quote. Yeah, you would never do that, Shines. Never. It's Arceus. That's right, Mino. It's Arceus. No, I don't care how you guys pronounce it. I pronounce it Arceus. I think getting upset about how people pronounce made-up gibberish words for pixelated monsters is a silly thing to get upset about. You got 7 shiny Pokemon yesterday. Yes, you did, Decidueye. I saw them in the Shiny Flex channel. You got a lot, buddy. You always get a lot. It's from The Office when Pam is talking to him about her friend Sarah Kaya, and says Sarah Kaya comes in, and Jim says, "Who is Sarah Kaya comes in?" And then when they hang up, Dwight asks who it is. Okay, I do remember that now. Every time someone argues about pronunciation, you cryer them. Yes, cryer them. What do you mean? Gibberish words for pixelated monsters is a very important discussion. I mean, to some people it is. Angel Dust and Blitzo are posting the Discord. Forgot to post them even though you said you would. Nice, Marilyn. I will check those out after stream. It's Arceus. Yeah, guys, seriously, I don't care how you pronounce it. What a silly thing to get upset about. Gears of Tina. Gears of Tina is a good one. It's pronounced sub to Twilight. That's true. Does door hinge rhyme with orange, or does it not count because it's 2 words? Well, it doesn't count for 2 reasons. 1, it's 2 words, and 2, it just doesn't rhyme. Door hinge. not rhyme with orange. I mean, I guess if you pronounce it orange, but there's an A in orange, not an I. That's a good point, Experiment. Arceus of Gods, the pronunciation of its name doesn't really matter because it's everything. Arceus has many names. He had a 12-year-old make fun of me for how I pronounce Azumarill, and I asked him if he could pronounce a bi-weekly paycheck. Dang! Dang! Glad to see someone agrees with you. Anytime, Shiny Ditto. Nick made my ordering at Mom Spaghetti so iconic yesterday. I was nervous because it was a build-up, and he said, "Here's your moment. You only got one shot." Oh my gosh. The timing. The timing. The amount of things that had to go into the delivery of that line. Kudos, Nick. Kudos. Twilight deserves 1 billion subscribers so he can have his best gaming moment. I agree. I agree. Everyone should sub to Twilight. Dad, good to see you. It's going well. It's going well. Hanging out with a bunch of really awesome people here while I reset a game over and over for 3 hours. Arceus is the alpha Pokemon, but it's not an alpha. Well, if you are the god of all Pokemon, is it possible to be a stronger version of the god of all Pokemon? You were unconscious 15 seconds ago, and the first thing you did was hop in here. Good morning, Ariana. If I'm the first person to say good morning to you, I hope you have an absolutely lovely day. What gender would Arceus be if it had a gender? We don't get into discussions of forcing gender identities onto monster gods in this channel. That's a little controversial. Glad how I am. Last uploaded video was a month ago, and you're 33 subs. You gained one last week. That's awesome, Marilyn. Arceus is not the strongest Pokemon. It is in fact Mega Rayquaza. Rayquaza? Why did I say Rayquaza? Is that base stat wise? Aaron, you also compared arm length, and who won that battle? And were you going for longest or shortest? Twilight could take Mega Rayquaza. Twilight could. Twilight can beat up anything. That's why you should go sub to Twilight. My new profile picture was done by Sarah. Love it. Cookie, that is a beautiful profile picture. Good job, Sarah, on that. And thank you for the $2, Cookie. Can we get some dono hype in the chat? These are all things that happen in real time. Thank you. Thank you for the commentary, Dorian. Luckily, the Allies won. Okay. I'm glad the Allies won. Look at that. Look at that beautiful dono. Gotta go. Have a great stream. There's so much love. Carly May, you have a great stream. I'm sure I will see you over on your channel later on. Love you, buddy. Base stat wise, Mega Rayquaza is 780 and Arceus is only 720. Only 720. Razi also said, it's ironic you're eating mom spaghetti when last night your palms were sweaty, knees were weak, and arms were heavy. Because you were so nervous. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, that's why I asked when we were talking about base stats, because I thought it was a Turnamax Eternus, but I didn't want to look stupid if I was wrong. Your Oreo glitched. Oh no, I hate it when my Oreos glitch. You're also hunting Black and White 2 right now, but you might do a DA, take a break from college work. What are you hunting for in Black and White 2? I think I remember you talking about that in Razzy's stream the other day, Experiment, but I can't remember what it was you were hunting for. So, I have to ask. Dorian, does Shinies smell as good as I imagine he would? And Shinies, does Dorian smell as good as I would imagine he would? I already know that Amber just smells like love and cotton candy. Your Oreo side is supposed to be near the cream. The bottom cookie is upside down. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with that cookie? 26 likes. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm glad to hear that. They say never meet your heroes, but I can't say that Nick is my hero, so I'm looking forward to meeting him. Turnex Turtis is not obtainable, so doesn't count, even though its stat total is 1125. Alright, so Mega Rayquaza is the highest base stat Pokemon that is available to have. AJ, thank you for the Kirkworks. Getting Pawniard. That's right, Pawniard. You got Shiny Light Party and Minccino so far. That's an amazing experiment. Do you have the Shiny Charm? What were the Shiny Charm odds in Black 2, White 2? Was it 4096? No Shiny Charm yet? Dang, so full 8192 odds. Alright, Twilight, let's not get too technical. I mean, I know that you know everything about Pokemon, and that's why everyone should sub to Twilight, but you don't have to make me feel silly on my own stream. Uh, be back, talk to you later, Scream. If you get the Butter Llama, I will. I love you too, Razzie. And Froakie coming through with that 1 month member for Blacks. Much love to you, Hefty. Appreciate you. I appreciate you too, Froakie. Can we get all the love in the world for Froakie? Thank you so much, buddy. If you guys didn't know, one of the staples of my stream is me taking a break because I'm old and I can't sit for 3 hours straight. When I do take a break, I put up the BRB screen of an adorable shiny Poliwhirl drinking coffee through cursed lips. And that artwork was done by our very own Mr. McFroster GVO. Hokiam, welcome back. How you doing? I wish that Turnus got a Turn Beam. You got turn max stats just for that move. That would be crazy, Shiny Ditto. That would be nuts. I have a feeling music's going to pause in a second. There we go. That command smells like Fernando, and I'm loving it. Yes, that was a Fernando command. Fernando is responsible for writing probably about 45% of the commands on the channel. When I got Nightbot set up, he just jumped right in with both feet and just went to town. That's crazy. Thinking back to like pre-Nightbot days, I was too scared to try and get a Nightbot set up. It seemed too complicated. Just came to see your favorite Pokemon in its shiny form. Well, the good news is you're guaranteed that by looking in the top left corner. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a live version for you. Oh my gosh, Amber. Now I understand why Nick said, fortunately, the Allies won. Oh my gosh, that's, in retrospect, that was actually a very clever joke by Nick. I am constantly impressed with Nick's wit. You wouldn't think, looking at someone like that he'd be so clever. Yeah, now I have to get the shiny. On Black White 2, there are past powers. I can get shiny odds to 149.6, and then including shiny charm, it's roughly 1 in something around. Really, Zen? It's been so long since I played Gen 5. I remember the past powers. I didn't realize there was a shiny past power. That's intriguing. Thank you, Zen. Thank you. I love learning new stuff about Pokemon. The day I stop learning things about Pokemon is the day that Pokemon is going to become boring. Besides Ash, who do you think would be able to wield Thor's hammer? Well, you, to start with, Dorian. Also, uh, probably Tom Hanks. Um, Jon Snow. Forrest Gump, if we count him separately from Tom Hanks. Um, Flash Gordon. And Sprig from Amphibia. Oh, in the Pokeverse. In the Pokeverse. Oak. Professor Oak. But he doesn't flex it. He doesn't flex it. All right, Cookie. Enjoy work. Thor, yes, Thor would also be able to wield the hammer. Like, I think Oak's the type of guy that would just like have the hammer laying around in the house and just like never bring it up. Like the most like humble brag in the world. Like he never draws attention to it, but he knows that people notice it. You love my hat even more today. Thank you, Twilight. What's up, Graceland? Nothing. Okay. Well, thank you for being here. What's my favorite Joy-Con, the left one or the right one? It would be the right. Although you would think I would say left because I am left-handed. Actually, the right because most hunts you can do with just the right Joy-Con. Because it's got the A button, it's got the home button, and it's got the X button. And for especially for soft reset huts, that's really all you need. Why am I even holding the left one? I guess because I need to take one step forward. That's really all I need the left one for. Everything else is done with the right. So 25% left Joy-Con, 75% right Joy-Con for this hunt. But fantastic question, Twilight. I appreciate you asking. I see now why everyone should sub to you. You hold both, otherwise you start fidgeting with things on the desk and ultimately get distracted. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I usually have a pen that I'm constantly playing with. Anna in Nintendo Switch Sports, she is banned in on Nintendo Switch. Oh, that stinks for Anna. So if anyone genuinely wants my estimation on how many checks we've done, or I've done, I should say, both on stream and off stream, I'd say we're probably somewhere around 6K. Maybe not at 6K, but getting close. Why isn't a recent member not showing up? Oh man, what happened to recent member? No, I'm not going to worry about it right now. Ah, the past power is lucky power level 3, which brings it. Okay, lucky power. I didn't realize, or I must have forgotten lucky power had to do with shiny hunting. Thank you, Zen. Wish it was 9 p.m. right now so you can get Azelf and Oras. That's right. They're the trios. The trios in Oras. It has to be certain. They're linked to times, right? Like for the legendary beasts, one of them is available for the first 20 minutes. One of them is available for the second 20 minutes. One of them is available for the last 20 minutes of each hour, right? And then Uxie, Mesprit, and Azel are each available for certain hours during the day. And I feel like there's another trio that's like that. Getting past powers to level 3 is a pain. But I would imagine if you're playing with, like, if hypothetically you had two DSs uh, with two games, you get those powers up pretty quickly because doesn't don't the past powers increase level based off of your um, time spent interacting with other games? Yeah, 2DS, it's fine. Okay. Swords were the days of the week. Thank you, Twilight. Thank you. That's what it was. You were punished in ORS because you changed the time of your 3DS to 9 p.m. to get earlier, but it can detect that. Yeah, you can't be changing the time. It'll lock you out for a day. Or 2 days. 2 days. I didn't realize it was 2 days. Probably going to get a date for home and Scarlet Violet tomorrow. Probably so. I'm expecting so. I think people were asking yesterday what my predictions are for Pokemon Presents, and I could be totally wrong. It's just my educated guess. I think they're going to announce a spin-off game. I think they're going to give us a date for home compatibility for Gen 9. And I think they will tease the DLC. I don't think we'll get a date for the DLC, but I think they'll tease the DLC. Like we might get a coming spring of 2023 or something like that, but not a date for the DLC. And maybe just maybe with the patch that's coming through tomorrow, we'll get a little tease in game like we did with the Galarian Slowpoke in Gen 8. Maybe the third legendary, maybe. I do think it's odd that the third legendary, if it exists, and I'm assuming it does, would be part of the DLC and not part of the base game. That would be very unusual. So the third legendary, now I think about it, it wouldn't surprise me if the third legendary is included in the Scarlet Violet patch. Is it in the book? I haven't looked at the book. Yeah, the Virizion Shiny is very nice looking. Praying for Poke Park 3. I would think the third legendary would have to be part of the patch. I don't think it'd be part of the DLC. You associate with one of your favorite people. Um, I don't remember hunting for Rizion on stream Twilight, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. It's a cool dragon-like figure made out of a crystal disc/oval, as we predict. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. I know there's stuff in the book. I just haven't. I never think to look in the book. Anne Marie, welcome on in. Good to see you. Thank you for the luck. You know what, Zen? I do remember you streaming that hunt, though. Even if it was only twice, I do remember that. So does anyone have any fun plans today? Oh, Spoko Square, what happened to me? That's a good question. Alright, back on the Hoenn Tor hunt again. Even though I have like no Pokeballs remaining. I just wasted one. Just blacked out. Oh no. Can't wait to see what they announce tomorrow on the Pokemon Presents. Me either, Anne Marie. We were just talking about that. I think we'll get an announcement of a spin-off game. I think we'll get a date for home compatibility, and I think we'll get a tease for the DLC. And we'll get a million updates on mobile games that no one cares about. Just going to relax and maybe do the dishes you put off. That sounds good, Amber. Pokeballs so badly. Oh, people sent me gifts. You might go to Canadian Games Update to either buy a Pro Controller, buy BDSP, or both. Nice. Probably destroying Hell of a Boss and has been hotel characters today so you stop drawing the same crap. Phil, what's going on, Phil? Good to see you. Rianne, you legend. What's going on, Rianne? Please go sub to Rianne, Mrs. Beast herself. Hope you're having a lovely day, my friend. There we go. There's 5 Pokeballs. Ooh, and an Ultra Ball. Nice. Would love Gen 3 on the Switch somehow. Hope we get that announced. Oh, I forgot about that. Believe it or not, I forgot about that. I think there will be an announcement of games on the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance Virtual Console emulators. And I could see them shadow dropping Gen 1. Maybe Gen 1 and Gen 2. But I want everyone to be realistic here because I always feel terrible for everyone when they get their hopes up and then they're disappointed. If I am wrong, I would be over the moon. I would gladly eat my own words if I am wrong. But I think everyone should be prepared that the Gen 1s through 3 on Game Boy and Game Boy Advance will be paid content. Please don't expect them to be free like the other games on the Virtual Console. If I'm wrong and they are free, we're all winners. But please, please, please don't assume that they're going to be free. Now, that said, I could see them doing bundle packs. I could see like them, like you could buy like all of Gen 1 or all of Gen 2 in one bundle pack, or all of Gen 3. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I know there's going to be people that if they are not free are going to be really, really upset. And I think and this is just a general rule for everything when it comes to Nintendo Directs or Pokemon Presents. I always recommend just going into it with very low expectations. Don't assume anything, because it's so easy for fans with such a passion as Pokemon fans to get very excited about possibilities. And then when the Pokemon Presents does not meet all those expectations, The disappointment is palpable. Um, so just go in not expecting much and then be happy when you get more than you thought. Thank you, Dad. I appreciate that. I think a lot of people are not big fans of their own voice, myself included. So it's nice to hear something like that. And I'm sorry you're getting bodied by sick kids. What I predict for Pokemon Presents Pokemon Unitization makes sense. Something Cafe 8 Remix, absolutely. Spin-off game, agree. Home compatibility, hopefully. Gen 1 through 3 games, maybe. Tease for DLC. Also Pokemon Masters EX. Yes, Zen, I agree with all of that. And I forgot about Pokemon Unite. GBA games are going to take the expansion pass either way. Yes, yes. There's no voices you dislike, to be honest. All you sound wonderful. Same for you, Twilight. I love your voice as well. The ones that always get me, and you'd think that people would have figured this out by now, is when people watch Nintendo Direct and they're upset there's no Pokemon content. It's like, dude, we have separate Pokemon Presents specifically for Pokemon content. Why would you ever think they're going to be announcing Pokemon content on a Nintendo Direct? They're going to save it for the Pokemon Presents. Notice you use the word possibility. Some people might not register. It's possible for something they're hoping to happen. It's like getting lost in the clouds. Exactly, Phil. But it happens. I swear it happens every time. Billy knows exactly what I'm talking about. Vilify Exile and I both mod for HDV. Whenever there's a Nintendo Direct or a Pokemon Presents, there's literally thousands of people in the chat, which makes modding ridiculous. But every Nintendo Direct, there's at least 20, 30 people that are pissed off that there was no Pokemon content announced. It's like, why would you think there would be? I mean, it's not quite the same, but it's kind of like going into a Nintendo Direct and being upset they didn't announce content for PlayStation. And I'm like, look, there's a lot of things to be disappointed at with Nintendo Directs. Don't let Pokemon be one of them. Maybe I'll talk about Pokemon Sleep. Could you imagine? Maybe, maybe the developers did such a good job on Pokemon Sleep, right? Maybe Pokemon Sleep is such an incredibly well put together game that it caused all the game developers to go to sleep, and they haven't woken up yet to let Game Freak know they're ready to announce it. All-time favorite console? Console. If we're not talking handhelds, but just consoles, my favorite of all time would probably be the N64. I like watching the Grammys hoping Pokemon wins one. Exactly. Oh my gosh, Celestial didn't take Song of the Year. Guys, speaking of N64, after stream yesterday, while I was lurking in Beacon of Nick stream, I was sitting right here playing some Star Fox 64. I was doing all the barrel rolls. This just in, Pokemon Awake. Yeah, they had to get another team of developers to make a Pokemon Awake game just to wake up the Pokemon Sleep team so they could announce that Pokemon Sleep is ready to get sent out. It grinds your gears, nice reference, Amber. Years of the Wii, so nostalgic. Wii Sports slaps, but that Mario Kart kind of sucked. Uh, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. There's a lot of fantastic games for the Wii. It's like asking me to pick my favorite child. Like I've owned and loved every Nintendo console except for the Virtual Boy. Um, I have great memories with every console, including the Wii U. Um, so it's a little tough. I'm just going strictly by nostalgia. When the N64 came out, I was 15, going on 16, and that was just a really seminal moment in my childhood with video games. I've been playing video games since I was a little kid, but when I got the N64 for Christmas, that was the first time like I knew what I was doing, I knew what I was getting into. I set it up on the TV all by myself Christmas morning. It was like that perfect time. Um, and there were so many incredible games that came out. Brooke flexing that 2 month membership. Yellow Brooke. Hope you're having a lovely morning. Let's get some member hype in the chat for Brooke. Fantastic mod, even better person. N64 is fantastic. The thing is, you've never actually played on one, but Doom 64 is your favorite game of all time. Nice. Yesterday we said that you're the uncle that mom never lets us go see because you let us play video games all day. I literally had that uncle, Uncle Joe, Hefty Dad's brother, Uncle Joe. He managed uh, a movie rental store, not a Blockbuster. It was a privately owned, but he managed the store, and he would always bring home movies and video games. And so when I used to go visit him in the summer, we just plop down there and play video games all day long. Well, plus, Hefty Dad also enjoyed video games too, so it's not like it's not like I had to get out of the house to play them. But that was just a really nice perk. Whenever a new game came out over the summer, he would just bring it home with him and we'd play it for free. But I take that as a huge compliment, Amber. I enjoy playing on my Wii. Wake up, play with your Wii. On a break at work, more Wii play. Before bed, a little more Wii. McDad plays with his Wii all day long. It doesn't matter where he is, doesn't matter what's going on. He always makes time to play with his Wii. I'm proud of you, McDad. You called, they said, blue team in the soccer game. Brooke, I'm sorry you didn't sleep well last night. So you notice on the name Brooke is a very large for recent note. Thank you. Thank you, film. Yeah, so for some reason, thank you for saying that, film. Some reason when Froky renewed his membership, he broke the recent member. Brooke came through and fixed it. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Thank you, film. It's okay, Froky. I'll forgive you. You are such a troublemaker, but I wouldn't have you any other way, Froky. You're a star. You are a star, Brooke. You've always been a star in everything you do. Thank you for the Kirk Larks. Myths busted for the blue team in Nintendo Switch Sports Soccer game. You heard it here first, folks. That should be your mark in Pokemon games. Oh my gosh, Roki, that'd be great. Frokster the Troublemaker. It'd be a heck of a lot cooler than Frokster the Sociable. Ugh, uncommon mark. Did you guys know, did you guys hear the 3-segment shiny Dunsparce that I got last Tuesday was indeed marked, but it was the uncommon mark, so I ended up deleting it. I'm going to re-hunt it for a better mark. Kirk, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, Kirk. I love you. Yeah, I thought it was a good call. I thought it was a great idea. We're just gonna start the whole hunt all over. Can we get some Kirk love? Can we get some Kirk love in the chat just for my good friend Kirk, whom I adore? Can we drop, if you remember, please drop those Kirk lurk emojis. There's not many people that have a lurk emote directly named after themselves, especially one that rhymes. That's pretty cool. Nightbot's probably punching the air right now. Dunsparce clearly wasn't sociable to take them that long to show up. Very true, Twilight. Nightbot's usually punching the air. That's facts. That's facts. Giving Sarah the old foot. The old Kirk foot. Yeah, in all seriousness, at least it was marked. It was wild. Like I was just so excited. I was so hyped about getting that 3 segment to Dunsparce. It never even occurred to me. And we streamed for like an hour after that. It never even occurred to me to check its nature or if it was marked. And then the next day, Amber asked about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. I never even looked. I was at work though, so when I got home, I was setting up for stream, and the first thing I did was jump on the game again and check. And I saw the button, or I saw this little screen where it says hit A to apply mark, and I was like, oh my gosh, it is marked. And then it said uncommon mark, and then I threw away the game. All right, guys, I would like to ask you all a question. You know what? I'm going to do it via a poll. I'm going to do it via a poll. I just put a poll in the chat. Please don't say yes just because you like me and you want me to feel good. Be completely honest. Let me know if that is a stream that you would find interesting to watch. I really need to organize my home. It's an absolute mess, and I'm trying to figure out if that's something that I should do on my own time or if that would be like a chill stream that anyone would watch. Should have thrown away the entire Switch. I should have. I appreciate whoever has said no for being honest. I really do appreciate that. Please be honest, guys. I mean, if you genuinely would, obviously hit the yes button, but don't say yes just because you think that's what I want to hear. You would watch me stream myself cutting the grass with scissors. But Kirk, I don't want to cut the grass with scissors. Do I have to? So you guys, I think a lot of you know that during the week when I'm at work, when I'm on breaks or things like that, I have Ultra Sun on my 3DS at work. I'll do like SOS hunts or Masuda hunts, things like that. Things that don't really take a lot of attention. And at this point in Ultra Sun, I'm just Masuda hunting for things that I already have that I need to re-hunt. Um, like Pokemon whose shinies I only have in Go. But I mean, I think I'm pretty much done with Ultra Sun. And so I think it might be time to transfer all my Gen 6 and Gen 7 shinies into home. I mean, I literally have 21 boxes of shinies in Ultra Sun. They're just sitting there that I need to get into home. And then like I started organizing in home now with things like my Let's Go shinies. But it's still a mess, and it's not just shiny organization. I need to organize like my regular non-shiny living decks as well. I'll probably do that off stream because I don't think that would be exciting. Seeing me organize normal unshiny Pokemon. What do I have fun planned for today? Well, this first and foremost, Amber. Um, I'm gonna eat pizza for lunch. That's exciting. Probably play some more Skywalker Saga Lego Star Wars. I'd like to finish off episodes 7, 8, and 9 today so that I can just get straight up into free plays. Load of laundry. Maybe some more comic book reading. I still got a huge stack I got to catch up on. Um, I think Zeg Games is streaming later on today. I'll probably be in there for a while. Maybe watch a movie. What about you, Amber? Other than putting off the dishes. Your Pokemon is a hot mess. Comics am I going to read today? Fernando Montalvo is here. Can we get some Tauros in the chat for Fernando, if you're a member? If you're not a member, feel free to drop a cowboy, a cow, a bull. Polly, what's going on? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome on in. Comics I need to read today. I need to finish reading this miniseries by Chip Zdarsky. It's a Batman miniseries called, I think it's just called Batman the Knight. It's about like the whole 10-issue miniseries takes place between his parents' murder and him becoming Batman. It's about him going around the world training with the League of Shadows, training with a French cat burglar, things like that, like becoming the man that he will eventually be. And then I'm like 10 issues behind in Something is Killing the Children. I want to get caught up on that today. I've been putting it off because somehow I missed issue 21, which is the next issue I need to read. They're up to like 29, so I had to wait for issue 21 to arrive in the mail. So now I'm ready to get caught up. Depending on when Dorian comes home from work, you want to have a Marvel marathon. Amber, are you trying to get me to fall in love with you even more? You're reading Blackest Night. Oh, Zen, I know that series. Yeah, that's the one with the Black Lanterns, right? Made yourself a normal type sparkling sandwich today, and literally the fifth Dunsparce you see is shiny. That's awesome, Polly. Congratulations. We were talking about you in a good way, Fernando. I forget whose link drop it was. Oh, it was Froaky's. It was Froaky's link drop, the Nightbot command. And I think it was Twilight said that that command sounds like it came straight from Fernando. And I said, yeah, Fernando's responsible for like 45% of our stream of our commands. Started Black Panther a few days ago. Seen them already, but you really love them. Not sure what to start with today. Oh my gosh, Amber, I could go on a tangent for hours about you rewatching the Marvel movies. Dark Litton, it's been a while. Good luck. Hope you get the Arceus soon. Thank you so much, Dark Litton. Thank you for being here. Well, Amber, when was the last time you watched Captain America Civil War? Like, if you want a good mini Marvel marathon, I think if you go Civil War, Thor Ragnarok, Endgame, or Infinity War Endgame, that's actually a good little mini marathon. On the run, but Lizzie and I dropping the like and love and luck for you. Thank you so much, Matt. Good to see you, my friend. Good old Matty P. Fantastic streamer. And Twilight Spartan up the chat. It's okay, Twilight. We forgive you. Yeah, Civil War, Ragnarok, Infinity War, Endgame is a nice little four movie mini marathon. Let's music pause. You know what I should do? I should make this just a very small window in the corner. That way it won't pause anymore. That's a good idea, Hefty. Good job. Good thinking. I'm proud of you, Hefty. Being a comic reader, the MCU has always been interesting for me. Yeah, yeah, Zen and I are of the same mind on this. The MCU overall has been fantastic. They've had some great movies, and of course, I appreciate that it's gotten so many more people into the characters, right? I love that comic characters have become mainstream and not just relegated to the nerds. But understandably, in order to make kind of like bite-sized movies for everyone to enjoy, they got to make a lot of changes from the comics. A lot of those changes make sense within the MCU. There's a lot of differences in the movies versus the comics that make sense to me based off of the medium in which the stories are being told. But there are other changes that I'm like, I don't really understand why that change was necessary. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't needed. That main marathon has a common theme. Filmed in Georgia. Matt, you would know, buddy. Oh, thank you, Fernando. Gotta do your chess puzzle like a nerd. Good luck, Twilight. I'm sure you're gonna knock it out of the park. And Fernando, we're all proud of you, but me especially. Like everyone else is proud of you, Fernando. I'm like super proud of you. And you know why? So like everyone else like loves you and is proud of you, but just remember that I extra love you and I'm extra proud of you. No shiny Solgaleo, back to college work. Did you take a little break experiment? Good job. Breaks are good. I'm the best dad ever. Could you imagine? God, that's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Got Wordle in 3 today. Good job, Decidui. So did Hefty Dad. I got it in 4. Where are we at? 10:51. Okay, I think at 10:55 I'm going to take a break, get another cup of coffee. Who doesn't love Fernando? He's a goat. A goat and a goat? What the heck is a goat? He's a goat and a bull at the same time. I guess that's a goat. A goat is something that's a goat and a bull. I totally meant to say that. I was being very clever. Just went for dinner. You're back now. What did you have for dinner, Shiny Ditto? What good foods did you have? Personally, I think comics blew the MCU out of the water, but I love how comic characters are getting more mainstream. Without the MCU, Marvel Comics probably would have been dead. It's entirely possible. If you look at the business history of Marvel Comics, particularly in the late 90s and early 2000s, it was a scary time. Marvel Comics actually went bankrupt in, I think it was 95 or 96. And in order to get them out of Chapter 11, one of the things they did was they sold the rights to their characters to different studios for the movie rights. So, like, Sony got the Spider-Man characters, Fox got the X-Men and Fantastic Four characters. Like, basically, Sony, Marvel, and Paramount. Paramount bought Hulk and Namor. Uh, these studios bought off the movie rights to all their most popular characters, and that allowed Marvel to have the liquidity back to get themselves out of Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and reorganize themselves. Start with a new business model. That was when the comic bubble burst in the mid 90s. The speculator market burst. So Marvel, in the early 2000s, was like solvent again. They were putting out comics, but circulation was down, subscription was down, and the studios started making these movies. Right? You had the Tobey Maguire, Sony Spider-Man movies. You had the Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, Fox X-Men movies, etc. So Marvel gets to a point in around like 2005, 2006, where they're like, you know what, we're ready to start making movies. We see a lot of studios making movies, and with our characters, and we need to get into this. And so they're looking at what characters were still available to them that they still had the rights to, and one of them was Iron Man. And they're like, you know what? Let's make an Iron Man movie. It's got a good chance. And at the time, it's kind of hard to believe at this point. Iron Man was like a B or C list character. Iron Man was not a very popular character. He'd been around forever, but he wasn't like a really popular character. His comics always were like mid-range sellers. Spider-Man and the X-Men were the huge, huge hitters. Spider-Man X-Men is what made Marvel their money throughout the 90s. But they said, all right, we'll make an Iron Man movie. We'll see how it does. And the rest is history. Do so. What's going on? You're in Nashville. Very nice. For the poll, there should be a no, I would be jealous option. Well, you can use no as that. One time you ordered gyros for takeout, and they made some Gouda fondue and dipped the gyros in that melty cheese. That sounds amazing. What did Amber say? You had gyros yesterday, and they were hands down the best you've ever had. I'm jealous. The mo is real. I am full of mo right now. All right, this is going to be the last check before I go for a quick coffee break. Let's get some shiny luck in the chat. At arbitrary number 1055. Will this be the one? Iron Man comics are so mid, and him as a character is pretty dislikable. Yeah, he wasn't very likable. But Robert Downey Jr. changed all that, and that was not shiny. Gang, I'm going to go for a quick coffee break. Film is in charge. Please hang out, talk amongst yourselves as you've been doing all morning. I love, love, love the chat today. You guys are on fire, just having all the talks and the coffees and the love for each other. Love to see it. Please continue it while I go get another cup of coffee made, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Wow. For the farts. Appreciate that. Thank you, Sijuai. It is not shiny. Only one collecting the cards now, Brokey. Check me in. I mean, bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. That sounds amazing. I want that. It's not shiny. Sorry, guys. Just trying to knock out a couple things on the Hoenn tour. I will stop being distracted here in a second. I just checked Slowtad. Lotad's not shiny. Okay. All right. I am done being distracted. You guys have my full attention again. I apologize. Oh wait, nope, not shiny. Been collecting and playing cards since you were a kid. You have cards from different areas you visit. That's awesome, Froakie. Addiction is still there, but I can't buy more than 2 packs a week. I get you, Fernando. That's why I've never really gotten into it. I can't. I just can't because I know that's what would happen. Although I do enjoy buying the little sets, the booster bundle sets from Halloween, the McDonald's set. Got focus on work now. Love you, Hefty. Love you too, Dorian. Do good work. Make us all proud of being the stellar person that we all know that you are. Listens to Belt Time. Didn't use enough egg. What the heck? Eggs are expensive, am I right, guys? What's up with eggs? What's the deal with eggs? Does anybody else just like spam the A button during cutscenes, even though it doesn't do anything? $7, yikes! That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. I have a friend from college that lives probably about 20 minutes away, and he's had a chicken farm for probably 15 years. He's probably making out like a bandit right now. Okay, you guys do it too? All right, good, good, good. That makes me feel better. That Makuhita is not shiny. Omelets are a delicacy now. I know. Sad days, Fernando. Sad days. I can't wait to have breakfast with Fernando one day. It's gonna be heaven. It's gonna be absolute heaven. Sadly, cats don't lay eggs, so you gotta buy yours. Yeah, stupid cats. They don't even lay eggs. So there's a show on Netflix. I think it was originally on the BBC, but in the US it's on Netflix called Kunk on Earth. And it's this British comedian whom I love. Her delivery is just so hilarious. And it's like basically like a mockumentary series where she's interviewing all these professors and experts on basically the history of the world, but the character she portrays is like an idiot. Like she's just an absolute moron. But her delivery is so dry, like she truly believes everything that she's saying. And there's this one part where she's talking about the dawn of civilization and talking about domesticating animals. And she says, it was at this point that man domesticated dogs for companionship and cats for whatever reason we have them. It's cracked me up. You just thought of something. What did you think of Experiment You Love Her shows? Does she have other shows? Because I had never seen this lady before Netflix released the Death to 2020 and Death to 2011 or 2021 specials, and she was my favorite part of those two specials. And then when I saw this Kunk on Earth and saw that it was her, I was like, oh, I gotta watch it. But I've never seen her in anything else. Hunk on Britain, really? I gotta look that up. Experiment. I would love to see that. And what's really cool about it, like if I can get a little old and nerdy, is even though it's absolutely hilarious and she says the most ridiculous things, the base of it is very educational. Like I learned a lot, and it was a good refresher on a lot of important parts of world history. So like even though it's absolutely ridiculous, it is actually very educational. Cats are so awesome, they're also scary. Very true, Fernando. So imagine a Psyduck with the powers of the two Hoenn legends. That would be crazy. In Horrible Histories, they explain how Homo sapiens and dogs first get along a few million years ago. Can you believe it's been that long? Horrible Histories. I don't know that show, Alice. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? You have a $19 Fortnite card? Wow. E loves that show too. I gotta check this out. Horrible Histories. Let me just pull it up here real quick. British comedy series. 9 seasons. Holy smokes. Children's live action historical and musical sketch comedy. Interesting. Ooh, and I can watch it on Hulu or Amazon Prime. I'm gonna have to check that out. Thank you for the recommendation, E and Alice, and Experiment. Repeats $19 Fortnite card equals belt time. Okay. It's not like cats until you stay at a friend's house and wasn't feeling well. His cat came to comfort you, and then bad allergies after. Oh no. The allergy cuddles. Watch the episodes. I'll like it. Yeah, I will check that out, Alice. Thank you very much for the recommendation. I think this afternoon I'm gonna watch one of the two new miniseries on the Murtaugh murders. I know there's one on HBO and there's one on Netflix. Hefty Dad is obsessed with that case. I talk to him every weekday morning for about half an hour, and probably about 20 minutes of that this past week has been him giving me all the updates on how the courtroom drama is going. I think he's obsessed with it because it happened not all that far from where Hefty Mom and Hefty Dad live. And because he's usually not the type of person to get sucked up into court cases, especially murder cases. But he's really, I don't want to say, enjoying's not the right word. He's really following this one closely. Gotta focus on animation lip sync. All right, Experiment, thank you for being here. Good luck on that. Experiment's just doing all the things today. Solgaleo rays, lip sync, animations, college homework. Experiment's a busy guy, and I'm just sitting here resetting the game over and over for hours on end. Series 1 to 9 are good. Awesome, Alice. I will definitely check that out. That's not shiny. You know, the one nice thing about getting back into these hunts, by the way, guys, this is the first time in over 5 months I've looked for Arceus. The nice thing about getting into these old hunts like Reggie Drago and Arceus is that I'm not starting at zero. We already got a decent amount of checks in, so that's good. Why am I so amazing? Because of people like you, Twilight. Because of everyone in the chat keeping me company. Always puts me in a good mood. I can just really feel the love. Starting at zero is disheartening. It can be. It can be. Ooh, Zangoose. Not shiny. Oh my gosh, I got a little tickle in my throat. Great tabletop memories. That's awesome, Fernando. Gosh, Lou. I don't know why. Just a lovely person, even though he tries to scare me every time he shows up. Just do what? I got streamer brain. I can't remember the things I said 5 seconds ago. So I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with the channel's very good friend Shinies. That's spelledSh1N1ES. Uh, Amazing guy, genuine friend of mine. He does this thing Mondays through Fridays called Mornings with Arceus. I'm sure some of you are aware of it. Some of you have been in there all the time, like I have. This stream is called, for what it's worth, and I know I don't have to say this, but I feel like I should. I did actually DM Shinies last night. So I stole it, but I stole it with his blessing. Where did everyone go? Good question, Joseph. You're here. That's important. That's all that matters. Primal Psyduck is the best thing you've come up with. It's a pretty cool idea, E. Is what fixed? The number? Yeah, I fixed it as soon as you mentioned it, Phil. Thank you. Most winningest trivia guy on the stream. Take that. Ken randomly came up with. Well, it's a good one, E. I haven't even finished any of the collection challenges for the Hoenn Tour. Shiny Fence Llama, what's going on, Death? Good to see you again. It's a weird sentence, but welcome in. You love how competitive Rising and Carly get for trivia. I do too, and then I just swoop in and steal the whole week. Funny number 69. Oh, it was. It was 1069. You're right. Good morning, Crow. How you doing? Are you feeling any better today? Are you ready to go back to work tomorrow? Why is 69 the funny number? Because it's the same number right side up or upside down. And if you put it on its side, it's the symbol for the zodiacal sign Cancer. And everyone knows the zodiacal sign Cancer is hilarious, as opposed to the other type of Cancer, which is not. Also representative of the yin and yang. The Eastern symbol of balance. Also, what Reshiram and Zekrom are based off of. Feeling better today, just relaxing before having to get back into the real world. I hear that. I had to head out and do some Froakie things. It was so great seeing you. Hope you get Arceus soon. Much love to the mods in chat. Thank you so much, Froakie, for being here. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. I love you, buddy. That last topic for trivia was weird. You guess family and friends gathering events, but you know xylophone was the odd one. Looks closely. It was like, oh darn, it's going to be the alphabet. It was. I'm looking back. I'm a little disappointed myself that it took me that long to figure it out because I noticed like the first thing I noticed about the answers of xylophone and gazebo were the X, Y, and Z, which I thought was unusual. And I thought it might have something to do with, well, you know what it was? Like, when I saw the xylophone, I saw X and Y, and I was like, okay, well, those letters are right next to each other in the alphabet. And I went to all the other words, and I was like, do all the other words have consecutive letters in the alphabet next to them? And they didn't. And I just kind of dropped it there for the rest of the week. Yeah, do that, Twilight. Let me know what you find out. Primal Psyduck can be found in the Crushing Coves. It's a good place for it. I'm not surprised, but I have not seen a single shiny during the Hoenn tour this weekend. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yo, how? Hmm, hmm. How many people out there that are in chat right now are A, Pokemon Go players, B, friends of mine on Pokemon Go, and C, have a remote raid pass? Because I have a Deoxys raid here, and I don't have Deoxys at all. Like, I don't even have it registered. I've never caught a Deoxys. There's 36 minutes left on the raid. None of the above. I think someone put in the chat exclamation point Pogo, I think it is, has my friend code. If we can't arrange it, um, that's fine, but it would be neat if you guys could help me out. Yeah, raid passes are expensive. Yeah, there's my friend code. Thank you. Thank you. I know that's really selfish to ask. I just don't know if anyone is available to help out. If not, totally understandable. Well, we've done 100 checks so far in the stream in just over 2 hours. How is it selfish you offered Deoxys? Because it's so that I can get Deoxys and it's going to require a remote raid pass. Maybe I'm overthinking it, Twilight, but that's why I thought it was selfish. Is the lag gone now? Were you guys getting lag before? Did 2,000 checks late last night in a turn of force from Estrevis and BDSP with Cheryl, and you might cry if you phase on it again. Oh no, Fernando. Well, hey, I'm proud of you for getting back on the hunt. I know you've been going for that for a while. You took some time off, so I really am proud of you for getting back in that saddle. Primal Cyta can be found in the Crushing Coves. Repeat this since I didn't hear you say it. I did say it though, E. I did say it. Don't have remote raid pass, or are you friended? I buy that thing with my army of T-Tars. That's fair. But yeah, guys, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It was just a thought. Hello, Poker Ranger Plays. What's going on? How you doing today, buddy? Venerian Badu on 11K total checks now. Yikes, Fernando. The code is only open if you defeat Kyogre and Groudon, normal and primal, with water and fire type teams for both. Wow, got some serious prerequisites going for that hunt. Posture check. Everyone check your posture. Oh. Granny, the Pikachu Rage just made a Claude. Yeah, I've heard Clodsire is a good one. I've heard Contrary Lurantis is a good one. I don't think I'm going to end up doing it. Let me ask this, guys, because I don't really stay too up on the Terra Raid special things.
I know in the past, all the 7-star raids have been around for 2 weekends. Like it'll be like a weekend and then 2 weekends later. Are they doing that with Pikachu? Will Pikachu be back in 2 weeks? Kirk, thank you for the Kirk lurks. You also need to defeat Rayquaza perfectly. No feints, no items, everything. Also both forms. Wow. It's a difficult hunt, E. Ooh, another Cacnea. I need one more Cacnea and one more Pokemon in general. You also need a shiny Psyduck in your party. You're going to make it almost impossible to get this thing. Because so much experience candies and stuff that boost special attack. That's cool. Yeah, that would be probably the main reason I would do the raid, is just to get items. But, at the same time, at least until the DLC comes out, there's not really anything left for me to do in the game. Three Tandem Mousehold. That's a sentence. 3 Family Mousehold and the 2 Tauros. The Aqua Tauros and the Blaze Tauros I still need. That's it. Just those 3 Pokemon. Shiny. I need to get back on the Tauros. I'm trying to debate now what's the better way to do it. Whether I use a sparkling sandwich and try and get the Fernando, you would know. What's the plural of Tauros? Is it Tauri? Whether I should drop a sparkling sandwich and get the Tauri in the wild, or if I should go back to a Masuda hunt for those. We have 2 people that said no in the poll now. Whoever the second person is that said no, I appreciate your honesty. I really do. It's actually just Tauros. It's one of those words that have dual meanings. Gotcha. So the plural of Tauros is Tauros. I appreciate you, Fernando. You wish it wasn't so cold. Me too. Either be a herd of Tauros or a few Tauros. That makes sense. I forgot to mention you need to fight Deoxys and get the item it's holding to open it. Wow. I would adore to watch you organize boxes, telling us stories about your shiny Pokemon like a grandfather in front of the fireplace. If I actually had a fireplace, that would be worth doing. I said you were thick-skinned enough, so I told you the truth. I don't know. I feel it's sort of get boring really fast. No offense. Not at all, Phil. No, not at all. That's why I said it, and that's why I appreciate you saying no. I think that's a legitimate and fair opinion. And that's why I wanted to know what everyone's opinion was. If I ever have a fireplace invite you over, it sounds good, Twilight. I mean, look, I'll say it again for anyone that came in recently. I'm going to have to organize my boxes in Pokemon Home regardless. I have to. My question was, I didn't know if that was something that I would do off stream or if it'd be something worth doing on stream. But if people would think that's boring, I don't want to do it on stream. I'll just do it off stream. And there's no feelings involved there. I'm not going to be hurt if people say they're not interested in watching that stream. That's why I want to know. I don't want to stream it if people aren't going to enjoy it. So, uh, film, I genuinely appreciate the honesty. That's what I wanted to hear. I really appreciate whoever the other person was that said no as well. Because when I ask you guys your opinion on the content that I should do, I don't want you to just say yes because I'm asking it. I want you to tell me whether it's worth doing or not. The final trial for the Cove Door is, oh my gosh, I didn't realize we didn't reach the final trial. What is it? Late March Pokemon Bank becomes free and can't wait. Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool when that becomes free. I'm glad I won't have to pay that money every year. You were one of the most objectively non-biased people I know, and it's rather refreshing. Well, I mean, especially for something like that. Like, if it was like, guys, I really want to hunt for shiny Arceus because I need it and I want to do it and I think it'd be a fun hunt. And you were all like, no, that's boring. It's been done to death. No one wants to watch that anymore. That would probably hurt a little bit, just a little bit. But I'd be okay with that. Something like organizing home, I don't see how I could possibly take any offense to that. Pokemon Bank being free is going to save you so much money. I know, Twilight. I'm going to be able to afford that new wing on the house by saving that yearly Pokemon Bank subscription. Fighting the Pokemon known as Missing Number. Wow, bringing back Missing Number. That is a callback. I remember back in the Gen 1 days, there were people that thought the Missing Number was an actual Pokemon and not a glitch. That amused me. There might still be people that feel that way. I don't know. You need to do the steps to summon Missing Number. And what are the steps, E? So far, you gotta beat regular Kyogre and Primal Kyogre, regular Groudon and Primal Groudon. You have to beat Rayquaza and Mega Rayquaza without fainting any Pokemon or using any items. You also have to have a shiny Psyduck, and you have to summon Missing Number. Remember knowing how goofy RBG's code was? Nah, no way it was intentional. Yeah, exactly. No way it was intentional. That code was bonkers. I've toyed with the idea, especially now they have the Game Boy operator, of playing Red or Blue on stream. But that one is something that I don't even know if I would be that interested in doing. Going up and down the water on, forgot the island with the fire gym on Kanto. Cinnabar Island. Cinnabar Island. Like, I think with Red and Blue, there's a lot of nostalgia involved in those games, but the sheer amount of quality of life improvements from Gen 1 through now makes the game virtually unplayable. Exhibit A. Look at the PC in Gen 1. It's literally just a list of Pokemon names of switching in and out. That's annoying. There's no boxes. There's just a. Actually, I mean, there are boxes, but the boxes just contain names. There's a limit to how many items you can carry, and it's very few items. Now, film, I appreciate it. Don't worry about it. It was just a thought. Don't worry about it, buddy. You see it got off. I'm so glad you remember that. I never see it brought up. Yeah, it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. The only reason to play Gen 1 is for unique hunts or custom playthroughs. Yes. Yeah. There were so many just weird glitches in that game and stuff. Um, the sprites are endearingly horrendous. Um, the sprites are absolutely disgusting looking, but I love them anyway. It appears when the battle begins, it's the hardest boss. Wow. Love to see a ROM hack of Gen 1 that makes the game playable by today's standards. That'd be interesting. Plus, I feel like the simplicity of the game compared to mechanics that were added in future generations will actually complicate matters. What I mean by that is there's no natures, there's no abilities, there's no held items. There's a heck of a lot less moves, and some of the moves are broken. You can also basically get a Kadabra and run through the entire game, no problem, because Psychic was absolutely busted in Gen 1. Gen 2 still has replayability for its slightly updated 8-bit and the shiny. Yes. Time to get to resetting Ultra Wormholes and Ultra Moon. A very nice book Ranger plays. One of my favorite ways to get shinies is the Ultra Wormhole resets. Good luck to you on that. Anything in particular you're going for, or are you just going to go for whatever you find? I might reset my Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and blow through the game just to get to the wormholes because I need to rehunt Entei and Raikou. My shinies right now are from a GameStop event back in 2011 during Gen 4. I think it was Gen 4. Missing numbers are the hardest boss by a landslide. It glitches in the screen and stops around the HUD. It also has the highest damage too of 10,000. 10,000 damage. I don't know how you could possibly beat that. We want one of the Gen 3 legends. Nice. I do have the charm in Oras, but unfortunately, Twilight, I have the charm in Oras because I caught them in Oras in order to get the charm. Wait. I might not have caught them in both games. I might have just caught them in one game. That's a fair point, Twilight. That's a fair point. Actually, hold on a second. Doing the charm in Oras was legit pain. So what I did was, excuse me, I was simultaneously doing a playthrough on XY, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. So by the time I beat all four of those games, what I did was I started with like let's say Omega Ruby. I took all the Pokemon I had in Omega Ruby, threw them into bank, transferred them all into Alpha Sapphire. And I took all the Pokemon there, which would have been those two games combined, took them, threw them all into bank, opened up X, dropped them in there. The same thing, took everything out, opened Y, threw it in there, and at that point it left not a whole bunch of ones I still needed to go grab. So yeah, it was a pain, but that's how I handled it. Without Without bank, it would have been absolutely miserable. But yeah, Twilight, you might be onto something. Um, if I was smart, I would have caught them in one game and left them alone in the other. You didn't use bank at all? Yeah, that would be miserable. Not using bank would be absolutely miserable. All right, let's. God, it's been so long. How do I do this? Bag, Eon fruit. But your health will be in the millions by the time you fight it. It just the distorts. I gotcha. You got a primal Kyogre rate. Nice film. Oh, I didn't hit the counter on that one. All right, so let's see here. What do we got going on? Where is that? Where's that island? Is it this one? That's Mirage Cave. Sorry, guys, give me a second. Wow, there's a lot of islands here today. Pathless Plain. Is it Pathless Plain? Pathless Plain is something. Save. Ah, dang it. Alright. I don't know if it's Pathless Plain, but... Oh, that's the swords. Okay, yeah. And I got all them. At least in Omega Ruby. What's the name, Twilight? Can you look up what's the name of the island for the legendary beast? The distortion most worrying things. It swaps stats. It turns the screen upside down, sideways sometimes. Its type reading can be devastating too. Yikes! 45 likes. Holy smokes! Thank you guys so much. I was not expecting this stream to be as popular as it has been. You guys came in hard and fast when we started, and you guys have just been keeping it up. Thank you guys so much. Trackless Forest. Okay, yeah, check and let me know, Twilight. But you might be onto something. Muffin Man! Oh my gosh, Muffin Man! I haven't seen you in forever! Wish you the greatest of luck. As we know, you didn't get your Arceus until well over 10,000 counters, so I hope you don't struggle like I did. Muffin Man, so good to see you! And yeah, thank you for the luck. I hope I don't have to go that long to either. Need Hui, Ho-Oh, or Lugia in your party. Okay, that might be an issue. That might be an issue, Twilight. I don't know if I have a Gen 6 Ho-Oh or Lugia anymore. I might have transferred it into Gen 7 to complete another Pokedex. You can absolutely give me a Ho-Oh or Lugia if you know. Twilight, I might take you up on that actually. Sorry guys, I know this isn't the most fun thing to watch. Ooh, I still have shinies in this game too. There's a Deoxys, there's a Rayquaza. I got my Delcatty, my Skitty, my Tailo, my Slackoth, my Shellos, and my Stantler in here. Why did I catch Shellos in a nest ball? I'll check the other game. Twilight is a goat. Be right back. Gonna try and get the shiny Miltank and Pogo. Is that shinyable right now? Why not? Ah, fair point. It's the pink one though too. Like a pink shells and a nest ball. I must have been like out of Premier Balls. Honey Stantler in Gen 6. That's amazing. I think I have for that next Noras. That's where I got it. Using not Poke Radar. Dex Nav. It is for what you know. Okay, I thought it was only shinyable during certain events. Like it was typically locked, but then they unlocked it. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. All right, let's check Alpha Sapphire. I'm glad I checked that though. I didn't know I still had shinies in these games. You can catch missing number. It's just incredibly hard. I'm sure. Right. I think we're going to go to check 1111. 1111. I think that's what we're going to shoot for. What do you guys think? Is that a good one? Oh, sweet. I saved right in front of a Poke Center. Perfect. That's not shiny. That's a good one. Thank you, Twilight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. It really does mean a lot to me, especially some faces I haven't seen in a while. Or, ever, because you're just text as far as I'm concerned. Another shiny Stantler. Pit up, wow, Joltik, Sawaddle, Timpole, Gothita. I got a lot of shinies in here. The other Shellos, Bronzorb. I had a shiny Bronzor? Why did I have for shiny Bronzor and BDSP then? Bouffalant, Deerling, Cherum, Perugly, Chimecho, Chatot, Darmanitan, Glameow, Slacking, Cricketune, and Vigoroth, all shiny. Oh, and my shiny Swampert. There it is. I was wondering where it was. There's my shiny Swampert from Starter Hunt. Landorus, Kyurem, Giratina, Latios. It's not in the game. Twilight, you got me really thinking about it now. Cito, what's going on? Yeah, it was a briefcase hunt, Fernando. I successfully, back in 2021, briefcase hunted in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire 2 Tricos, a Torchic, and a Mudkip. So my playthroughs for those games, I had all 3 shiny starters. After you get 3 beasts on your second Crystal VGC, you'll start a new playthrough of the Kanto shiny starters. Their Gen 2 sprites are beautiful. That's awesome. Genesis, what's going on? Good to see you too. Man, so many amazing people coming in to the stream today. But no, seriously, Twilight, you got me thinking about it. It's also possible. Is it possible that I wouldn't have caught? No, I would have. Had to have caught Lugia and Ho-Oh in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire for the Dex, right? Because those aren't available in X and Y. So I must have just traded those up to Gen 7. Twilight, I'm going to hit you up later I would actually appreciate if you could let me borrow a Lugia or a Ho-Oh. And it's only one or the other. You don't need both. But yeah, so Fernando, after doing the shiny starters in Oras and getting a shiny Chikorita in Soul Silver, I figured I'm done. I don't need to do any more starter hunts. That was good enough for me. Evie Lynn, oh my goodness gracious. Good to see you, Evie Lynn. Oh my god, you know how a good Sunday can turn great? Sir Fernando Montalvo was in the stream. I hope you're well, mi amigo. That's how I feel, Evie Lynn. Speaking of says film, I hypothetically want to get every available shiny starter. Issue is I can't really bring myself to enjoy the Masuna method. Scarlet Violet, miss the daycares. I do too, Muffin. I agree with you on that. Ooh, I need that Surskit. So at this point, I now have all the starters shiny, although I do eventually need to do rehunts for the entire Tepig line, the entire Snivy line, and specifically Samurott, because those ones are all from Go. We need to unshiny lock the starters. I agree, Genesis. People really enjoy those starter hunts. You need to finish Oras. Do it, buddy. Do it. All right, we're going to do 11 more checks, gang. 11 more checks, and then I think we're going to go on a raid. Mr. Ron G, do you have anyone in mind? Or they want people to progress in the story? And, I think that's kind of I don't know, kind of a weak excuse. Okay, cool. I'll see if I can remember to finish it. Film, I love you, buddy. Good luck. We're all counting on you. Razzie coming in with the airplane reference. I love you, Razzie. Razzie's my favorite. You have a sealed copy of Pokemon X. That's cool. Razzie, surely you didn't think I'd miss an airplane reference. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. You know, one of my favorite jokes, not just an airplane, but of all time, was Stryker's talking about after his time in the war, he developed a drinking problem, and it shows him grabbing a cup of water and going to drink it and just splashing himself in the face. Oh my gosh, that cracks me up every time I see it. If I didn't have a cup of hot coffee here, if I had a glass of water, I would do it. Laugh out loud, that funny start to finish, absolutely. And Razzie, I can't remember if you, I mean, you probably were. You're always in my streams because you're amazing. A while back, ooh, Ron, let's do the second one. A while back, I was talking about how there's this couple on YouTube that I watch that I really enjoy that does reaction videos to movies and stuff. And they watched Airplane and they had no idea what a spoof movie was. So they were commenting, like they were commentating on it, like seriously, and they were confused about what everyone was doing. They didn't understand why people were doing the things they did. I cringed so hard. I never ended up finishing watching that video. Um, all right, then let's just do the first one, Ron. Let's just do the first. Not a bad choice. Never a bad choice. Um, like I love the couple. I watch all their videos. I could not bring myself to finish watching that one. But weirdly enough, Razzie, before they watched Airplane, they watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and they enjoyed that. Cut me some slack, Jack. Chump don't want the help. Chump don't get the help. And the old woman coming up to the stewardess. I speak jive. Catch you on a shiny since we met Golduck and Psyduck. Nice spec. Good job. What's Monty Python? Everyone keeps referencing it, but what is it? So Monty Python was a comedy troupe from the UK. It had people like John Cleese. Oh my God, why am I blanking on the other names? That's really embarrassing. Anyway, a very, very hilarious group of people. They had a show in the UK in the 70s called Python's Flying Circus, and they ended up making 3 movies. Monty Python: The Holy Grail is the most famous one. Monty Python's Life of Brian is hilarious, and then Monty Python and the Meaning of Life is the third one. It's not like a trilogy or anything. Each one is completely separate from each other. They're all completely different stories, but they're very funny. They're very funny. It's just ridiculous, offbeat, surreal humor. Just completely random stuff. I would suggest film getting on YouTube and looking up Monty Python clips, checking out a couple, and seeing if it's something that you find funny. It is kind of a particular type of humor that not everyone enjoys, but I would suggest just checking it out, see what you think. It's a law. You have to understand spoof movies if you do movie reviews. That's fair. So your 1 shiny Dunsparce and 3 segment Dunsparce turned into a shiny. Good job, Polly. I'm proud of you. Hunting for Noivern and hopefully a Luxray today. I hope you get them, Spec. So 1 2-segment Dunsparce, 1 3-segment Dunsparce, and 5 shiny Dunsparce. Good job, Polly. Gonna head out now and try and catch some more shinies for Helen Tour. Good luck, Genesis. I hope you have a lot better luck than I do. I have yet to see one this weekend. You have over 4,000 Meltan candies? Holy smokes, that's a lot. Alright, we're going to do 3 more checks. And then I got to get together with Twilight and get his shiny Ho-Oh. This could all be for nothing, Twilight. I could get that Ho-Oh and find out that I already caught them in both games. I don't know why I would have. Other than just they're there. I don't know. But, yeah, I would appreciate that. Hoenn Tour ends in 12 minutes for you. I still got, what, 5 hours and 12 minutes left. I'm not going to find anything, though. I'll be lucky if I get through the research. That's not shiny. If not, what's the plan? Then the plan's going to be, I'm going to have to replay through either Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, or ORAS. Because Plan F is Dynamax Adventure for Entei and Raikou. Busy coming through with the member hype. Best 2 months ever. I love you, Busy. Thank you so much. Can we get some hype in the chat for Busy? Yeah, Bother Gain Charm. Oh, good point, Twy. Good point. So it'll definitely be an Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Because I have a full dex in bank for Gen 7. So it'll definitely be Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon that I do it in. Good point, Twy. 4 a.m. Go to bed, Joseph. My goodness. That's not shiny. All right, here we go. Last check of the day, number 1111. Can we get some shiny luck in the chat, please, from our members? And thank you all so much for being here. The streams this weekend have been insane. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. You guys are absolutely wonderful. Thank you to all the mods too. You guys do a fantastic job. You know that. Thanks to all of our members. Thanks to all of our new subs, and thanks to everybody else for being here. The support you guys show every day, whether it's in the chat or whether you're just lurking in the background, means so much to me. You got no idea. You guys are just the absolute best. I'm a little biased. I think this channel has one of the best communities on the YouTube. So thank you so much for being a part of it. Here we go. Last check of the day. Not shiny. That's okay. That's what we expected. But guys, thank you so much for being here. You're the best. We're going to go on a raid now to a very good friend. We're going to take all this love, affection, good vibes, yada, 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 and send it over to our very dear friend. If you are coming on the raid, I just ask two things. One, hit the like button. That's why we do this. We do this to help out other content creators, and hitting the like button is the quickest, the easiest, and possibly even the freest way to do that. And two, if you're coming to the raid, put in the chat hefty hype, just like Ron G just did, but put in the chat once in a while. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Retake. Put in the chat hashtag hefty hype, just like Iran, Twilight, and Joseph did, but put in the chat once and only once. Why once? Because we are not spammers. That's not who we are. That's not what we do. But thank you guys again for being here. I'll be back on Tuesday. We're going to be looking for some shiny, unknown, and Legends Arceus. But do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do. Ron, go ahead and drop that link, and let's go visit one of our dear friends on the other side of the pond. There's the link. I'll see you guys over there. Have a great rest of your day. I love you. Take care, and goodbye.